This is Mrs. Wiedehold, and today's math lesson is going to be on time zones. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at a map of the United States, and what you can see is it's broken up into 4 separate time zones. We call this one the Eastern, it's on the Eastern Coast, the Central Time Zone, Mountain Time Zone, and Pacific Time Zone. So one of the things that you will notice about the zones is that each one has a different time on it. So if you're in New York or you're in the Eastern Time Zone, it'll be 4 p.m. Central, maybe near Chicago, 3 p.m. Mountain, 2 p.m. and 1 p.m. So it's actually separated by 1 hour. Okay? All right, I'm going to go over to the computer and I want to show you some examples that you can do on the computer, and there's also some information on there. So let's just go over. Okay, so if you can look at the screen now, I will point out some information on the screen. So here it says time zones, continental United States. It says that time zones again, just the way I showed you on the map. And then it says standard time. One of the things you'll notice here, it says daylight savings time. In the 1800s, in order to scheduleize railroad times, they decided that they would have these times, daylight time. There would be more daylight in the spring. The time would be put ahead an hour because there'd be more daylight hours, and then in the fall it would be turned back. So you can see this right here. Okay, so again, if it's Eastern time at 11, it would be 12 o'clock daylight savings time, and we see the difference. So now what I want to do is I'm going to have you do some examples. So the first one we're going to look at, it says start. So this says 8 a.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time, and then it wants to know what Central is. So Central is just 1 hour away. So what are we going to pick? If it's 8 a.m., what time would it be for the Central Daylight Savings Time? And so what we're going to choose is we're going to choose that it would be 9 o'clock. So let's put 9 o'clock in there. And then we have to say it's a.m., so this would again be a.m. So let's click on there and see what it says. So check. So it says correct. So 1 correct, and we have 100%. So what I want you to do is I want you to do 20 of the questions, and I want you to get at least 80%. And once you've done that, what you're going to do is print it and put it in your folder. Thanks. If you have any questions, raise your hand.